that you gave us to address the challenge of early exposure of the second session paper. I think last year, what we experienced was a major milestone in this country, that we didn't have a single case across the country of early exposure of the second session paper. This is primarily because managers were willing and they cooperated in terms of the double collection of the papers from the containers. And so I really want us to applaud our center managers in secondary schools. Let's applaud all of them, because that was a very major milestone in the administration of KCSE in this country. CS, allow me just to mention one thing about our examiners also. Last year, in 2022, you remember we had a challenge, but last year we didn't have any challenge with any of the 40 marking centers. Our examiners did an exemplary job, so please let's appreciate our examiners for the great job that they did. Just one announcement, and which is very critical for us as NEC, is on registration of candidates for KIPSEA and KCSE for 2024. We always have major challenges in this area. And we want to announce today that the registration for 2024 KIPSEA and KCSE will begin on the 29th of January. And it is going to run for 2 months, up to 29th of March. So we want to appeal to all the school principals to please make sure that all eligible candidates are registered inside that period of 2 months. 2 months is adequate to register all the candidates. So please note, there will be no late registration this year. We are not going to extend the registration period even by a day. So please make sure you take advantage of these 2 months to make sure that you register all the candidates. Parents, please also take it as your responsibility to find out from your school if your child has been registered inside that period of 2 months. It is now my pleasure to invite the chair of the council, Professor Nyabundi, to make his remarks, and thereafter invite Dr. Nancy Macharia to make her remarks. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Education, Honorable Secretary Majogo, the Principal Secretary, State Department of Basic Education, the Mayor of Tucson, CEO Teacher Service Commission, Dr. Nancy Macharia, Council members of NEC present, CEOs of other government agencies and partners present, Directors of Ministry of Education present, TSC Directors, staff of the National Education Council, members of the press, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it's my pleasure to see us welcome you all on this official release of the 2023 KCSE examination results. Cabinet Secretary, sir, allow me to start by introducing NEC Council members present here today. Unfortunately, because of the distance, I have only 2 council members present, whom are already introduced. There's three actually. This is the PS himself, the Secretary of TSC, and the CEO of NEC. The National Council Council is committed to upholding the credibility of national examinations. This is grounded in our vision of transforming lives through quality assessment and credible certification. NEC has over the years efficiently conducted examinations at school, post-school, and teacher education levels. I wish to thank the government of Kenya for providing NEC with the resources through Ministry of Education to enable us to successfully administer national examinations. As a council, we take up the responsibility of ensuring that these resources are efficiently utilized to deliver credible examinations. And as the CEO has just mentioned, and as you all agree, in the last examinations, there were no cases of early exposure. And I think going forward, it can only get better. I would also like to express my gratitude to the CS himself for the leadership he has provided to ensure my team delivers on the KNEC mandate. Your directive on the policy of double collection of examination materials during 2023 KCSE examinations was effective and beneficial to our candidates and the council. I will reiterate the CS message to those who have pending KCSE examination matters. And I repeat, anybody who has pending KCSE examination matters, take advantage of the opportunity that the council has extended to them within the next 4 years. Similarly, as we are releasing examinations today, there is provision in the NEC Act that if anybody has any issues with the results, you have 30 days to engage NEC to get any corrections or any clarifications necessary. So you still have 30 days during which you can address issues of any nature which may be emerging from the results we are about to release. At this juncture, sir, allow me to invite the CEO of Teacher Service Commission, Nancy Macharia, to make her remarks, and thereafter I invite our peers to the podium, sir.
The CS, Honorable Ezekiel Mashogu, the PS, Dr. Belio, Honorable members present, Honorable Phyllis, Honorable Professor Kamal, Honorable Newton, the Chair NEC, CEO NEC, Senior Minister of Education officials, the unions represented here today, CASHA officials, KEPSHA officials, the host principal, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm excited. I'm excited to join our education stakeholders during this important ceremony that is being held in Uasin Gishu County for the very first time in the history of the KCSE examination. On behalf of the Teacher Service Commission, I thank all our teachers represented here today by the staff of this prestigious school, Moi High School Eldoret, and all the other teachers here with us for their hard work and commitment in preparing the 2023 KCSE class whose results we are celebrating today. As a commission, we continue reviewing our systems and staffing levels at both primary and post-primary levels to ensure that teachers are equitably distributed in institutions across the country as they prepare our students to sit the final exams. We take note, for example, that the implementation of the CBC in our primary and junior schools has shaken up the staffing levels. As a result, the number of classes in the primary school level has reduced by 2 classes, that is standard 7 and 8. Consequently, the teacher requirement for primary schools has reduced significantly, leading to an excess of 18,194 staff. The Commission will redistribute these teachers to schools to ensure all institutions have balanced and lower teacher-learner ratios. By the same token, the additional 1 class in the 2024 grade 8 in the junior school has created a staffing shortage of 42,117 at this level. Ideally, the number of teachers required this year in junior school is 99,045 against the current number of 56,928. It's heartening to know, however, that the government is progressively funding the TSC for the recruitment of additional teachers until optimal levels are achieved. In the next financial year, Waziri, the TSC has requested for funds for an additional 20,000 teachers to try and close this gap. The Commission, in recognition of the good work that our teachers do, has been funded and is in the process of promoting 36,505 teachers to the different grades, right from grade C2 to D5 this financial year. Of these vacancies, 17,914 will be filled by primary school teachers, while 18,591 belong to post-primary teachers. Interviews for primary schools were conducted in December, and the ones for post-primary are still ongoing. And we are asking that all teachers who applied then appear for this interview so that they can be considered for promotion. A number of vacant positions at the level of principals have arisen in 2024 as a result of teacher exits due to natural attrition, establishment of new schools, and other personal reasons, including medical grounds and so on. As a result, the Commission has moved to fill 198 vacant positions in various schools in the country this year to ensure normal running of institutions. I wish to urge affected principals to settle down quickly and ensure a smooth takeoff of normal school programs this month, including the admission exercise of Form 1 students that is scheduled to start, I think, today. I won't conclude without celebrating our 100,771 teachers. These teachers were involved in the administration of this year's examinations. 70,895 teachers were contracted by NEC, either as invigilators, supervisors, and center managers. Further, our appreciation goes to 29,876 teachers who were engaged as examiners in 40 centers to mark the 2023 KCSE examinations. Their efficient work and rigor are the reason we are here today. I must state that more than 99% of teachers carried their duties with absolute professionalism and diligence, even in very difficult situations, and as a commission, we celebrate them. Once again, allow me to wish the 2023 KCSE candidates the very best in their future careers. I also wish all our teachers and stakeholders a splendid 2024 academic calendar. Thank you for listening to me.
I
I now take this opportunity to welcome P.S. Bellew.
Asante sana Nancy, the Cabinet Secretary for Education, the Chair of the Kenya National Examination Council, the CEO Examination Council, our colleague, the Teacher Service Commission CEO, Honorable Bartor from the Kenya National Assembly Education Committee, Joe Nyotu, our Chair at the Senate, and our former Cabinet Minister for Education, and our Senator, Professor Kamar. Before I make some comments, I think I would want to acknowledge and appreciate the presence of our two committees of Parliament, and I will request Honorable Nyotu from the Senate to make some comments as we progress on this day.
Thank you, Dr. Bellew, the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Education, Honorable Ezekiel Machogo, the PS, Basic Education at the Ministry, Dr. Bellew Kipsang, the Chair of NEC, Professor Jabundi, the CEO, Dr. Ingere, TSC CEO, Nancy Macharia, and our protocols observed. Good morning. So I come here in the capacity, as the PS has said, as a Chair Education Committee in the Senate, which is mandated to look into all matters related to education, and KCSE is an important matter in education, and that is why we are here. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the candidates that served last year's KCSE. I wish them all the best in their future pursuits. And in the same breath, let me say that because it has been empirically proven, though we do not know who scored what and how many scored what grades, but from the past we know that only a small fraction of our candidates get to qualify to join the university, and the bigger chunk does not qualify to join university. So if you may allow me, let me take this opportunity to advise those that will qualify to join university, as they do revision of their degrees, that now they will do the same revision from a point of knowledge, because now they know what grades they scored. And I would want to advise them to pick courses that may lead to maybe self-employment. And again, those that will not qualify to join the university, let me encourage them to pursue TVET courses, which the government is supporting in a big measure. We know that every student that joins TVET, Technical Institutes, is actually given a funding by government of about 30,000. So let parents and the candidates not look down upon these courses, because the information coming from the job market shows that those that take technical skills are more likely to get jobs faster than those that take formal courses. And so I think let our parents and those that do not join university not idle around saying that they have no jobs. Let them join TVET institutions for training to acquire and to be equipped with the necessary skills. I think I do not want to say much, because it's not my day and I did not carry a written speech, but because I know that a professor will recognize his colleague, Professor Kamar, who is a member of the Education Committee at the Senate, let me leave the peers to do the necessary. Otherwise, Prof, thank you very much as a member, a very resourceful member of the committee at the Senate. Thank you very much. I pass my thanks also to the teachers that prepared these candidates and helped in administering these examinations. God bless you and have a good day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Nyotu. I would want at this juncture to give a minute or two to the chair of our committee to just breathe for a second before I can have him make his comments. I know Nyotu has said we appreciate the presence of Kamar. I have requested my minister to deal with that one because, you know, Kamar was my minister at one time, and therefore I will leave it at that. So, Chairman of the National Assembly Education Committee, you've arrived at the right time. I know you are a teacher, you are a principal, and therefore you are ready to make a lesson at any time. So I invite you to make your comments. Karibu.
The CS Minister of Education, the Chair Council, Kenya National Examination Council, and the CEO, the Teacher Service Commission, and the Kenya National Examination Council, all the stakeholders present, and members of the public, good morning. Yes, I've come in late, but for purposes of this function, I'm not late because I've been following it all through. As a member of the Education Committee and as a chair, I want to thank Waziri, first of all, for bringing this very, very important function to Uasin Gishu, to this particular part of the country. This is for the first time that we are releasing exams outside Nairobi. And Waziri, you are devolving functions. This is very good, and we are happy for you for that. Two, as a Committee of Education, I want to note with a lot of appreciation the kind of work you did as a Minister of Education, and more importantly, that you took the recommendations of our committee on education reforms and the inquiry. The last KCSE exams was done with a lot of input from the Education Committee of the National Assembly. More so, the issues of payment of the examiners, the issue of manning the centers adequately, the issue of making sure that we have no early exposure of exams. All those particular things, we did say as a Committee of Education that we want an exam that has integrity, exam that is going to give international standards here in the country, and the Kenyans will be respected worldwide. I also want to say that as we release these exams, we as a committee, as an oversight committee, we are still going to look at it, how the whole process was, because that is the kind of work we do in the National Assembly. We shall oversight you, we shall give the advice that is required, and we also want to ask the Council that as we release these exams, every other time we have an audit of the whole process so that we can be able to make it better as we move forward every other year. So for all the other stakeholders, especially the teaching service, we still need more teachers. You all know that the service has a shortage of almost 70,000, but we want to thank the government for employing these teachers yearly. But as we employ them, let us retool them again, because CBC requires a lot of retooling as we move to the new competency-based exam process. Otherwise, I want to say a lot of thanks. Asante Waziri, asante members of the Education Committee who've come in. Thank you, Teacher Service Commission. When I was on the way, I heard that you are going to recruit teachers. We are appreciative, and Kenyans are going to get jobs. So thank you so much. Asante sana.
Asante sana, Chair. CS, allow me to more sincerely thank our center managers. I know they are represented here by principals from this particular county. We would want to more sincerely thank you for the good work that you did. in accepting and working with the Kenya National Examination Council in picking the examination twice in a day. I know when this was announced earlier, there were some jitters, but I think at the end of the day, we all realized that it was for the best interest of one, our learners, and two, our country, because we would want to maintain the integrity of our certification, and we would want to say thank you very much. I would also want to thank our examiners for the good work that they did. And this year, as already mentioned by the CEO, we had 40 marking centers, and we had a very good, we visited most of them, we engaged them, and they were out there doing that which we all need to do for our children, work for them, because as we work for these children, we are investing in the future. Moi girls, thank you very much. We gave you a very short notice. I know I was here yesterday to tell you to prepare this room for us for what you didn't even know it was what, but you still did a good job. And thank you very much for having done a fantastic job in a very short time, and that you are able to host this national event today. I know the Cabinet Secretary at policy level will mention, but I would want to assure our schools, assure our head teachers, assure our principals that yes, we have released capitations. The resources that you are required to receive, we have released that resource. If it's not in your accounts today, it is a process. It could be in the accounts of schools today, tomorrow, the slowest banks maybe on Wednesday. But I would want to assure you that we have met the payments. The other one I would want also to assure from an accounting perspective are our examiners, is that again we have released your resources. I know NEC finalized this morning, and if your resources is not yet in your points of payment, then in the course of the day I would want to assure that we shall have paid all our examiners. And this is the first time that we are making sure that as we release results, we make sure that all our contracted professionals are also paid, because they will have done the release of results is the confirmation that there was work done. And if there was work done and a service provided, then we ought to pay for that service. So it is so important that we are assuring our teachers and contracted professionals that we have for sure made the necessary payments. Karibu, Madam Speaker, Honorable Sholei. Finally, I don't want to go beyond here. I would want also to urge and ask our principals that as we take in our Form 1s on Monday, the admission process should be through the NEMI system. So we should capture all admissions through NEMIs. All registrations for the examinations will be extracted from NEMIs. So let's make sure that all our candidates, all our students are in the NEMI system, both for public and private schools. The Kenya Education Management Information System, which transited from the National Education Management Information System, is for every school and child. So this year's registration for examination will be an extraction from the Kenya Education Management Information System, because we have realized, as the CS will mention, sometimes we have students who register and they don't turn up for examinations. And some of these students, as the CS will mention, maybe are students who may not even be there. So with those remarks, now that the CS has given me permission to request my former minister to say a word, I'll request Professor Kamar to make some comments. Thereafter, I'll request the Deputy Speaker to make some remarks. So, Karibu.
Thank you very much, our CS of Education, Honorable Majogu, our PS, all the stakeholders in the Education Center, the Education Committee members, Madam Speaker. CS, I'm very delighted that you decided to decentralize where you release results. I really want to thank you for that. Not only because I'm from Wasingishu, but also because I'm an old girl of this school. I was in Highlands those days. This was our assembly room. I want to thank the principal. She's a wonderful principal. I've been visiting, and I will give her 10 minutes notice, PS, and she will do it. So that is the kind of person you gave us, and I thank TSC for that. Here we are to congratulate you, CS, and the stakeholders. I want to congratulate the Examination Council for a very, very smooth examination process time. I congratulate you because handling about 1 million students smoothly and without any complaint is really something that we must thank you for. Thank you, CS. That was really well done. And your stakeholders did a very good job. I'm very delighted to hear that there is hiring of teachers. The TSC has done their best. As a member of the committee, we have had sessions with TSC for a number of times to look into how education in this country can be implemented very smoothly and to the best, for it to be the best for all our students. CS, allow me to also congratulate you on the report that was done by the task force. The task force gave very bold recommendations and would like to encourage you to implement those recommendations. One of the ones that we picked in our committee, and Chair is here, was the issue of dealing with equality in education so that everybody can access equal education. Our education system is such that we do exams on the same day, all of us throughout the country. The child in Turkana is doing the same exam that the child in Moi Girls is doing and the child in Lamu is doing. Equality in education is extremely important so that the teachers must be facilitated equally throughout the country. And that was one thing that came out from the report. The other one that came out from the report that some of us were very excited about, although I was in Moi Girls when it was Highlands and it is a national school, is the fact that you want to be bold enough to dissolve a national school so that all schools are equal. I think that is a very important thing for us. It is very important because the Constitution clearly states that every child should have access to education that is equal. The only way we can make it equal is to make sure that at the school level, and this level, secondary school, is the most important because it's where you define your profession. It is where children get their direction. Whether you are going to university for medicine or you are going to TVET, it is at the secondary school. So equality in treatment is something that came out from that report, and we want to encourage you, CS, to be bold to implement it to the dot so that our children access equal education, equal resources, and equal number of teachers. Because we know, and we have raised this several times also, even the committee, as petitions come to the committee level, that some schools are less endowed than others. We know that. But we are saying, as government, because you have already started this, equalize it, and it will be good for everybody. Otherwise, I would really like to congratulate the students of 2023, to wish them well, and to tell them to choose their professions well. As you release the results, let them know that all results are results, and all results can take them somewhere. Once upon a time, when I was in the Ministry for Higher Education, we said we would like to break the barrier of a child who has a D so that they can have a line that will take them to get their own degrees. And we said, let TVETs move our kids from certificate to diploma, to degrees. And we even came up with 2 universities that are highly technical in nature, the Technical University of Kenya and Mombasa Technical University. So every child's results are good results, so long as they choose the right path to follow. We thank you that CBC is taking root, and we know that with CBC, actually every child will pass. There is nobody who will be taken back. So despite of the fact that we have not managed to kill ranking, because ranking is motivated by parents, it's motivated by teachers, it's motivated by politicians like myself. It's very difficult to kill it. But we need to encourage our children to know that every result is good for something, and they should really choose the thing that they can do best. With those remarks, once more, congratulations, CS, congratulations, Ministry, you have done a good job. Thank you.
CS, with your indulgence, I would want to request Professor Barto, now right as a scholar, just to greet his team.
The Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, the PS, the Chair of NEC, the CEO, my colleagues from Parliament, led by my Deputy Speaker, Gladys Bose, the members of Senate, Professor Kamar and Dr. Newtu, the Chairman, Education Committee, all the directors, station managers, and all dignitaries present. I want to take this opportunity to say good morning. As my Chairman, Education Committee has spoken, it's not in order for me to come after him, but all the same, the PS said I'm speaking here in the capacity of a scholar. My name is Professor Phyllis Chepkemoi Barto. I'm a member of Parliament, Moiben constituency, which is just next door, and also a member of the Education Committee. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the candidates, the 2023 candidates, whose results are going to be released today, and to tell them that it is their day. They should celebrate irrespective of which grade they are going to get. Because as Professor Kamara said, every grade will take you somewhere. There are those who are going to go to the universities. We have those who are going to TVETs. We have those who are going to different institutions. We also have those who will choose a different destiny and even to become businessmen and women. And all of it is a success. I want to also to thank the teachers and the ed teachers who have managed this process for the last 4 years. Until today, we are seated here to release their results. I don't think it was an easy task, and we want to congratulate you as well. All the stakeholders who have participated in this process and until this day when students are graduating. I was also a teacher once upon a time, and I rose through the ranks until I became a professor in the university. And I am a product of education and a testimony that education is indeed an equalizer. And together with the members of the Education Committee, we have been part and parcel of the processes and the education reforms. And whatever we are witnessing today, we have been in the process. We have been in the mix. And we have been working very closely with the Cabinet Secretary and the entire team in the ministry to see that the education standards at least are upgraded. We have been working hard to improve the budget so that we employ many teachers, and over time, and even with the support of the government, our able President, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, has also been supporting the education reforms very much, and it is his wish that we have the best standards. I would also want to thank the the ministry, through the cabinet secretary, that they did not just prepare the results and also the CEO NEC, but they also went ahead and subjected them to international standards, so that whatever is being released today, it is an indication that these results are credible. But our chair has also said, members of parliament, we do oversight. We are still going to go on with our oversight role to make sure that we better the standards of education. But because it's not my day, I want to take this opportunity to wish the candidates, the 2023 candidates whose results are being released today, the best. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you very much. I would want now to move quickly and invite the Deputy Speaker to make our comments. I know to had some little consultation with the CS because we have another function not in a very long time. So we shall move with speed. Thank you.
Waziri Education, my friend Muchogu, and together with all the members who have accompanied you from the education sector, my colleague, Chairperson of Education, Honorable Meli, and together with all the other dignitaries, in the interest of time, allow me to adopt the protocols that have already been established so that we can be able to proceed. And all distinguished guests, good morning. It gives me great pleasure to stand here today as a former student of Moi Girls Eldoret. This is the very room that we used to have our assembly in. It was still a very small school those days. And today I've come accompanied with my cousin who was always my classmate, Chebet Chemjor. So I was telling her, let's go back to our old school and support Waziri. So Waziri, thank you for actually having the wisdom to decide to announce the results, not only from my hometown, but also from my former school. Thank you. And for me, this announcement of results is very dear to me because, like Honorable Kamara said, that we should encourage, and that is my message to those who will receive their results today. I congratulate you all for whatever results you will get. But most importantly is to tell you that whatever results you get is not going to define you. I must tell my own story. When I did my CPE in Hill School Eldoret, I was at the bottom of my class. I had the lowest mark in Hill School in that year, totally at the bottom. In fact, I couldn't get a place in secondary school. But because my sister was already at Loreto Convent, Matunda, the nuns decided to allow me to go to the school, just to keep us together. And by the time I finished at Loreto Matunda, I was top of my class. And by the time I came to this school, I was right at the top of the school. So I always tell young people, one result does not define you. I was always a C student, probably even a D student when I started out. But I completed with a strong finish as a straight A student. So Waziri, I'm a strong believer in that in as much as we have the examinations for our students, we must also know that at every stage of their lives, they have a chance to improve. And that's why the examining system must be made in such a way that it's not an elimination program, but an accommodating program, so that all students, even the C students like me who are at the bottom of the class, can continue to be encouraged and have hope and know that that can actually change. And even for those students today who will receive their results, and you may not be at the top, maybe you get the bottom mark, remember, you have the opportunity to go to TVETs, to go to other colleges, and eventually you might make your way to be a professor. And a casing example is my uncle, whom you know, Professor Kibos. He was a Form 2 dropout, but today he's a professor. Again, he went through the certificate program, the diploma program, degree, and eventually made their way. So Waziri, kindly encourage that people can take those steps and make their way. So with those few remarks, I just want to congratulate those who will receive their results and to tell them that this is not an end in itself. You can define your own circumstances. This should not define you. And also for those who will be the top of the class, I know a lot of people who finish at the top, but because of indiscipline issues, and they become complacent, eventually they don't succeed in life. So at the end of the day, it is what you do and the decisions you make every single day as a young person along your journey in life. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. And thank you for the progress that has been made in the education sector. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. I know we are absolutely running out of time, but I just want the area MP to have a word. Thereafter, I will invite the governor, and then we release the results, because I can see the CS is getting worried because he's supposed to be in another function.
Thank you very much, PS, CS, and all the invited guests. Good morning. We have agreed, we have entered into an agreement. As you know, I'm a lawyer. We have entered into an agreement that I will only speak for 1 minute. And if it exceeds 1 minute, I have asked the MP for so to blow the whistle. Because I hope you are going to give him also 1 minute like myself. Sorry, my name is Samuel Chepkong. I'm the area member of Parliament for Ainapco constituency. Sorry, I came late because I started where the students who will be receiving their results this morning started from. I was handing over a primary school which will did renovation just here, Kapsoya Primary, and you know, you don't ignore small beginnings. So I started from where these others will be receiving their exams, their results. I want to say this, CS, I want to thank you very much. Welcome to Ainapco constituency, and welcome to Moi Girls. This is one of our flagship secondary school. They ordinarily take 99.5% to university. So when you release the exams, I hope it is going to be 100%. If it is no, then we will doubt. Because we have established a precedent. You know, I told you I'm a lawyer. So when a precedent has been established, you don't depart from it. It can only be 1 degree or 0.5. So the results we'll be expecting this morning for Moi Girls would be in excess of 99.5%. And if we don't get there, we know that we'll doubt the results. We will know that we didn't work very hard. You know, I want to finish by saying, as you have made this place, indeed your home this morning to release the exams, we are truly very grateful that you have honored us as a constituency and as a county. So we want to thank you very much, because, you know, when President Nelson Mandela came out of prison in 1991, this is what he said. He said, and he found South Africans who were very poor in terms of education. They were very ignorant because they were not taught on a number of issues. And he said education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change your world. So, Mr. Minister, as you release these exams, I am sure those who will be receiving the exams, whatever grades they will get, that grade will change their world. Whether they will get a C minus, which, you know, as you know, Mr. CS, I have 2 TTIs in my constituency. I have RVTTI and I have KTTI in Kipkabos. And I'm also completing KMTC in Banforest, which will be opening in August. And so we have very many places where these students will go. So nobody is a failure. Everybody will have succeeded in whatever grade they would have gotten. I thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you very much. Governor, you can come and then recognize your senator, because I can see your senator has come. I would want to recognize the Education Committee members, Honorable Nabi, Nabuera who is here, Koroitichu is also here. I would want to recognize the MP for Soy, DK Kiplagat is here also. So, Governor.
Thank you very much, Mana PS, our CS and education team, our leaders, county leadership. With us is Senator Mandava, because we have no time. If you can stand and say, okay, very disciplined indeed. First and foremost, and all the protocol observed, then you adopt the protocols, because you are all very important people. First of all, we are very happy indeed, Manasias, that you can release exam from our own county, especially our school, Moi Girls. That is wonderful, that is incredible. We've never thought of it. So anything can happen in this life, that our school, enviable school, Moi Girls, is now hosting the whole CS and the examination team to release exam for 2023. Many years ago when I was a hustler, actually I'm still, I didn't know the hustling part of it. My journey started with this school. I was just looking for a job, and I didn't go to university straight away like you did, some of you. I had to add 1+1 through a technical institution, and then up to now I'm a holder of a PhD. A recent graduate around with PhD in town. In project planning and management. And when I came here, they were looking for somebody who can work in the library. Mrs. Cheram was then. And then they made me a librarian, and I was very happy because a very small beginning. So rising up from a librarian all the way to a county CEO, is that not God? So Moi University, Moi Girls School, there are many people who have gone through this school, including our good speaker there, and they have become great people. So I want to say congratulations in advance to the students that will have been made to succeed. At the same time, we want to say there are many opportunities. Others can follow my way. After the diploma, you can go to first degree all the way up to where I've reached now. We want to assure our students that whatever you get here does not determine the destiny of your life. You can still make it. I'm an example that if I'm a county CEO from just a small man, who else cannot be anything? So I want to trust God that we are very happy that whatever results we are going to get, we want to wish our students the very best. And I want to thank the Ministry of Education because you are giving opportunity to everyone, even down to that who has an E. If an E is a mark or anything to go by,